In this video, I'm going to break down for you this new airdrop opportunity from Drop.Money. I'm going to talk about what it is, how big the opportunity could be, and I'll also show you quickly how to get started farming it. Now, for starters, what actually is Drop or Drop.Money? Basically, it's providing liquid staking solutions for a variety of different Cosmos tokens. Currently, they've only enabled Atom for a liquid stake token, but they're going to be adding other tokens as well, which allows you to earn this staking yield, but also maintain liquidity on your assets and even farm other things by using them in DeFi. And just briefly, if we're looking at the size of this opportunity within the Cosmos ecosystem, specifically with the Atom token itself, so much of the actual liquidity within that ecosystem is locked in native staking. And as you know, if you've ever done anything within Cosmos, the unstaking period can be 21 days or is normally 21 days, which means that a lot of that liquidity is trapped. But really, there's still an opportunity to unlock some of this, and that is what Drop is trying to do. Now, the founder himself is doxed. His name is Mitya Argunov, so it's a doxed team. They also have support from Lido as part of the Lido Alliance, which is literally the biggest liquid staking protocol in existence. And Drop was actually built by ex-Lido contributors, so in terms of the background checks and all of that, everything looks legit. And being part of that Lido Alliance is one of the unique value propositions for Drop, along with the fact that their staking assets have auto compounding yields, and also they have a solid ecosystem that's being built out around it. Anyways, with that background out of the way, let's talk about how you can actually farm the Drop airdrop, because they're allocating 100 million Drop tokens to participants, and all you need to do to participate is to actually stake some Atom, use it in DeFi, and if you want to, you can refer other friends. And by the way, that 100 million Drop tokens is 10% of the total token supply. So we do have that information from the tokenomics, which honestly is not bad. Now, in terms of the timeline to the airdrop, which I'm sure some people will want to know, the droplets program will last 6 months or until they drop the token itself. So they're saying basically that the TGE might be sooner than 6 months, but at the latest, it would be 6 months. Now, at this point, I should say that the Drop team themselves reached out to me, asked to partner with me to make this video, which honestly is fine with me because I probably would have made this content anyways, so win-win. Now let's talk about what you need to do to get it started. You will need to have a Cosmos wallet and some Atom tokens in it in order to farm this airdrop. Kepler and Leap would be the two best options. For this little walkthrough guide, I'm going to use some Atom tokens I have within a Kepler wallet. So that works just fine, but Leap is also solid. Next, before you actually go and liquid stake some Atom tokens, you're going to want to go to their airdrop site right here and paste in an invite code. You will not be able to actually access it until you paste a code in, so I'll drop one down below. Now, once you paste a referral code in and connect your wallet, it's gonna bring you to this screen here where you can decide to actually start liquid staking immediately if you want to. So I will go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put all the Atom tokens I have, just holding some in reserve to pay for transaction fees. Then simply hit confirm and then approve the transaction in your wallet. Now, one thing that I do want to mention here, because this could be a little bit confusing for first-time users, is that I am starting with Atom tokens on the Cosmos chain. However, these are going to be transferred to the Neutron chain, which is where a lot of these liquid stake assets are actually held natively. So when I approve this transaction here, you can see it's an IBC transfer, which stands for, I believe, inter-blockchain transfer. It's going to send my assets from Atom to Neutron and also convert them into this liquid staked D-Atom token. So let's approve that. Now, while this is going through, let me just briefly talk about why I actually prefer liquid staking as opposed to native staking at this point. I have been actually natively staking Atom tokens for several years now, I think going all the way back to 2020, maybe early 2021. But the reason why native staking is, in my opinion, worse than liquid staking is because you have to wait a long time if you want to unstake, and that means you can't sell or access liquidity. And then by having this liquid stake Atom token, it's auto compounding, meaning I don't have to remember to keep going back, claiming my staking rewards and then adding them to my stake. It just accrues automatically in the value of this token here. And actually, since I recorded the first part of this video, Drop launched a new feature where you can actually transfer already staked Atom to liquid staked Atom right in the app. So it's a pretty simple process. They walk through it in this thread here, but I can also actually show you now. When you connect your wallet to Drop, you'll notice that there's a button here that says staked balance. And if you hit that, then it will bring you to this page here where you can transfer your natively staked Atom to liquid staked Atom with Drop. A couple of qualifiers though, there needs to be at least 10 atoms, so you can't do this with less than 10. And also you need to be delegated to one of the approved validators on the list here. They've got quite a few options. However, if you're not actually delegated to one of these validators and you want to do this, you would have to redelegate to one of the ones that are on the approved list. The good thing about that though is that redelegation doesn't take 21 days like unstaking does. So you can redelegate and then still go through with this process. So this is a solid way to actually unlock liquidity even if you've been natively staked already. And then finally, if you want to actually take it to the next level and be a little bit more degen, you can actually use your liquid stake token in DeFi to provide liquidity or access leverage and basically earn additional yield on top of that original staking yield. Anyways, that is the simple process to get started. Doesn't take much, a few clicks and you're in. So at this point, you can just click go to the dashboard. You'll be able to see how many D-Atom tokens you have staked. And if you want to check your balance of droplets or the points that you're earning for this airdrop campaign, you can hit on this little button over here and it will open up in a new tab. Now, it does not update minute by minute. As you can see, there's scheduled updates. And so over time, you can track how many points you've earned for this airdrop right here in this dashboard. Now, like I was saying before, this first step that I've just showed you right here is the basic liquid staking with the D-Atom token. But if you want to take this to the next level and earn more points for this airdrop, you can also participate in DeFi because they've already integrated the D-Atom token into a bunch of different DeFi apps. So if you click on this button here in the dashboard, DeFi, it will bring you down here and show you where you can actually deploy the assets right now. Now, the simplest options here would be to provide single-sided liquidity or to use the asset as collateral on a money market. So for example, if I wanted to lend out my D-Atom on the Mars protocol, I could click here and follow this link. And by the way, if I do this, I will earn a 3x multiplier on those droplets, which will earn me more in the airdrop. So you can see on each of these, the different multipliers that you would get depending on what you're doing. And the reason why there's such a massive multiplier for this liquidity pool here is because you have to provide two assets, USD and Atom, or Neutron and Atom tokens. And in each of those circumstances, you would be exposing yourself to the risk of impermanent loss. So to compensate for that risk, you get this massive multiplier on the droplets. But honestly, I would only recommend taking this additional step if you have some expertise and are comfortable with the risks associated with this. Because of course, there will be risks whenever you use your crypto assets in DeFi. If at any point you want to get out of your D-Atom position, there's a couple options. For starters, within the dashboard here, you could go to unstake. Now, if you do this, you will have to wait for that unbonding period, which will be 21 to 24 days. However, and that is the beauty of liquid staking, you don't need to actually unstake it if you want to get out of the position. The easier and much faster way to do it would be just to sell the D-Atom token, swap it out for something else. So for example, if we go back to the DeFi tab here, where you see these liquidity pools, you can actually make swaps. So you could swap D-Atom for Atom on Astroport, or you could swap it for USDC or Neutron on Astroport as well. And so just to show you an example of how this would work, if I go to the Astroport app where there is liquidity to swap D-Atom into other things, I could actually connect my wallet, then I see the balance. If I try to swap one D-Atom back into Atom on its home chain, it will allow me to do that here. Now, the one thing that I'll mention is that in order to do this, when you go to confirm the transaction, it may suggest that you don't have enough tokens to pay for this if you don't have any of the Neutron token itself on the Neutron chain. So in order to get over that final step and get some Neutron tokens on the Neutron network, it doesn't have to be much. Honestly, just a few cents would do because transactions are super cheap. There's a couple of ways. One of the easiest ones would be to go to Osmosis Swap, go to the trade, and this is a cross-chain Cosmos DEX where you can make simple trades like this. So as long as you have another Cosmos token in some different Cosmos chain, you'll be able to make a swap here. So I could send one Osmo from the Osmosis network to Neutron, confirm this transaction in the wallet here. Then once that's done and the Neutron token is successfully transferred to its home chain, then I could actually make this swap because I have the necessary fees to pay for the transaction. So now if I go to confirm the transaction in my wallet, it will allow me to approve it. But I'm gonna reject that so I can keep farming Drop.Money. So that is how the Drop.Money airdrop program is going to work. Now, a couple other things I wanted to mention is that sometimes by staking Atom tokens, you could receive airdrops. And in the FAQ here, they have said that you could actually still receive Atom staking airdrops by holding D-Atom, which is the liquid staked version. And in fact, there has already been at least one project that I'm aware of that is going to include D-Atom, which is NFA.Zone, a meme coin trading app within the Cosmos ecosystem. So they've already confirmed that they will be including Drop.Money stakers and that the snapshot has not been taken for that airdrop. So yeah, that is Drop.Money and D-Atom. I'm actually thinking of unstaking the Atom tokens that I've been staking for years now and moving them into liquid staking, honestly, just because then I do have access to the liquidity and there's so much more versatility with that. But if you wanted to check it out, experiment with it, I'll drop the link down below. And yeah, hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.